Do I match? I reckon I do. Jeans, boots, top for the inserts. I match it. Hey guys, it's Tom again here on the Velocity YouTube channel. Firstly, before we start, thank you. We are so close to getting to 10,000 subscribers. It's a big milestone for us here. The team is super excited, so we really appreciate your continued support. I'm here with this Bronco today, and it's really, really cool. It's one of my favorite videos to do. It's a new color reveal, and like the kind of intro suggests, this color is related to something that I'm wearing. That's right, it's the jeans, because this color is called Denim Blue. It is almost an evolution of our Swatters Blue, which is one of our most popular blue metallics. And anyway, the guys at the shop here have decided that this is one of their favorite colors. I think for good reason. It looks fantastic, especially set off with the Ranger package. So we're going to walk around this truck like we normally do, show you all the ins and outs of it, and describe what makes this particular Velocity so special. We will start, like I always do, with that color we just mentioned. So yes, Denim Blue is the color here. Denim, of course, it does have that kind of jeans coloring to it. Depends on, I suppose, the type of jeans you wear, right? But on this truck, it looks fantastic. It is a metallic blue, and it's very much like our Swatters Blue, except it's a little bit lighter. So there's a clear white undertone in the paint, but definitely lots of metallic fleck, just a touch lighter than Swatters Blue, and it looks absolutely amazing. It's not too masculine, not too feminine, really in the middle, and we love it. We love it, especially set off with the Ranger stripes. Obviously, we love everything that we do, but sometimes we do colors, and I'll walk around the shop and the guys will say, hey, what's that color? Where did that color come from? I really like that one, and a lot of people have mentioned how much they like this truck. I think even Aaron, you said it was maybe your favorite truck to date, so he's nodding. So yeah, I mean, it looks great. It looks absolutely fantastic here in person. I'm sure it looks good on the camera too. So Denim Blue metallic for the color. We'll come around the front of the truck and talk you through some of the key features on here. Of course, it is a first generation Bronco from Velocity, so it has this front end look. Couple of particular things to note: because it's a Ranger package, the front bumper has been powder coated in Wimbledon White. That's part of that package, and it also has the hood decal from the Ranger style. So if you don't know, Ranger was an original trim level, original decal. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't say decal. I think they were painted originally. I'll come on to that in a minute. But it was original design package for Bronco, and we kind of took that and then made it a package that you can add here to a Velocity Bronco. And so it comes with lots of things. But on the front of the truck, it is the hood decal and the front bumper. You can also paint the center grille Wimbledon White if you would like to. That's an option that you can do on the Rangers. The headlights on this one, we've done the Holly Retro Brights. Again, given that it is this Ranger package, the Retro Brights do give it that really retro look. They are an LED. They look like an old halogen lamp, but they are LED. You've got chrome surrounds for the headlights, and of course you've got Ford lettering across the grille. In this one we did red, and that red actually matches the color in the Ranger stripe as well. So all together it just blends really, really nicely. That's the front end of the truck. Come down the side of the truck then, and again you're going to see some key details here, some key things that we always touch on. Bronco badge, Bronco Sport badge with a red insert, that matches again the front grille lettering, which is really nice. You do have the chrome standard OEM stuff on this vehicle, again, because it's a bit more classic. We kept it a bit more classic. It's not such a modern color. It's a real classic look. So the original fitment stuff was important to us. So original OEM side mirrors, original door handles as well. Original means they're originally styled. It doesn't mean that they're the actual original ones that came on the donor of this vehicle. These are new components, but they look old like the original did. Come down the side of the vehicle, you're going to see an original style gas cap as well. That's something we've started to do now on these more original style looking. We do have a billet gas cap upgrade as well, but we got some feedback that the billet maybe looked a bit too modern, and so we started thinking about, well, maybe we should just do a more OEM style gas cap. So on this one, we did that, and I think it looks really cool. Come around the side of the vehicle to the back then, and you're going to see the tailgate. As part of that Ranger package, you do get the Ford lettering here, the decals dropped in there as well, and you get the rear bumper painted in Wimbledon White too. So you've got lots of options as that Ranger package. Like we talked about, front bumper, rear bumper, you get the decal package down the side of the vehicle that you saw, you get it in the back here, you get it on the hood, you also get the painted Wimbledon White roll cage, as well as lots of changes in the interior that we'll come on to. But yes, Ranger package. The rest of it looks amazing, and in this light, that Denim Blue metallic does look absolutely fantastic. I will drop the tailgate here so you can see what it looks like when you drop the tailgate down. Lots of space in the back of these Broncos, really good. You can definitely fit a couple of suitcases in the back here if you stack them. Really, really nice. Back of the tailgate has been wrapped align. This is a truck bed lining that we can sometimes tint. In this one, we just kept it black. It just looks very uniform here. It's nice because it gives the back of the tailgate And the underside of the vehicle, lots of protection. So you can just pull things in and out without having to worry about scratching anything. You do also have the Ranger mat because you've got the Ranger package. That's the first kind of flash of that insert. And because the exterior color is blue, if you come closer, come closer, come closer, you will see that the Ranger mat actually has a blue and brown weave into it. So a light blue with the brown, with the white. Again, all these colors are coming together. I matched them perfectly today, kind of like we joked about. All right. Pop the tailgate up and we will work our way around so you can see the interior. And of course it looks fantastic like all these Rangers do with the various upgrades and the designs that have gone in. Start by talking through the door panel. You're going to see that this is the OEM style door panel fitment that's been upgraded by Velocity. It is really nice, and when you go with that Ranger package you do get that insert in the door panel as well. We're going to talk about that a little bit more later. This actual material around the insert is vinyl. It's a marine grade vinyl. It looks like leather. It actually does feel like leather, but it's a marine grade vinyl. And the great thing about the vinyl is, especially here in Florida, or where a lot of these vehicles get used at the beach and things like that, when the vinyl, if it gets hot and cold and warm and wet and things like that, the vinyl just really stands up to that kind of use. It's designed specifically for use on boats, hence the name marine grade vinyl. And you know what boats are like, they're getting salt water on them a lot, they get wet, then they get dry again, things like that. So it's really, really nice, this material. It's also quite breathable as well. So anyway, really, really nice. And that's hickory. This color's hickory, probably our most popular vinyl color that we do. You have a standard door cut release here, and you also have electric windows on this vehicle. So it looks like an old school manual window regulator, but you push it down, windows go down, pull it up, the windows go up, and that is dual control. So you can control just from this thing here, the passenger as well as the front driver, which is really nice. You also have a speaker pod built into the door panel. Speakers on this vehicle are by Focal, like all our vehicles. Stepping into the truck is really easy because of the powered side step. I'll show you how that works. When you shut the door, up it comes. And when you open the door, oh, down it comes again. So it makes really getting in these trucks super, super easy. Again, that comes standard. It's not a premium option. That just comes standard on all of our vehicles that are four-wheel drive. So any higher lifted truck has that as standard, this one being no exception. Right, let's talk about the steering wheel. Really nice. It's our standard OEM style steering wheel, obviously a brand new component, and it does have the wooden grain finish. Dark wood in this one looks fantastic, matches really well with the rest of the interior color, but with chrome for the spokes. Again, you'll have seen this if you've watched our other videos. It's the steering wheel that we use in almost all of our Broncos. Behind that, I do have a tilt steering column, so you do have that adjustability there. Other adjustability, you do have seat adjustability forward and back. So I can slide the seat forward and back, as well as the back rest will obviously lean backward and forward, and the headrest is slightly adjustable as well. Behind the steering column and then onto the dash, let's talk about this Dakota digital instrument cluster. So brand new instrument cluster that's designed to look a little bit old based on the original, but it does have one key differential feature, which is going to be this screen. It's about a 2-inch screen, basically gives you some extra information. I like to use it to show my live miles per hour. So when I'm driving, a big number comes up there so I can see exactly how fast I'm going. But you can have all sorts of information. There's actually a little button under here that will allow you to filter through different pieces of information on that screen, including things like fuel pressures and temperatures of the vehicle, remaining fuel range, all of that good stuff. So that's really cool. It's just a little bit of modern technology just to give you a little bit more information that you wouldn't have had in the original without ruining the whole look of the truck. All right, let's get into these seats now and talk through what comes as part of that Ranger package. It's pretty obvious the difference is going to be these inserts. They're a bamboo weave insert. They're really breathable, super durable, and when matched with the marine grade vinyl, they give you a fantastic looking interior, but that again is also super durable, does not get damaged easily, wears really well. Really, really good stuff. It is super breathable as well, like I said this. So when you're sitting in the heat, the bamboo weave does actually allow airflow to go through it, so it helps stopping the back getting so sweaty that sometimes you can get on normal leather seats. But marine grade vinyl, that's all part of this Ranger package, these inserts, really, really nice. Top of the cubby box has also been finished in that. You do have the insert here with the sides in the vinyl. This is a full cushioned top of the cubby box. It's really nice to rest your arm on. I tend to do that when I'm driving these trucks. And this Tuffy box itself is locked in to the bottom of the vehicle. So this is not going anywhere. If you do go to the beach, you go to the shop, you go and grab coffee, ice cream, wherever you go, and you want to be able to store some valuables in the vehicle, because of course it's open top, right? So there's not too much secure storage. This is your option, and it's really big for that reason. There's tons of room in here, so you can fit handbags and phones and anything else, and it just locks with a key that you get. So really, really nice, toughy. We use them on all of our Broncos. It's a great product. You do have a USB 3.0 and a USB-C charging port here as well on the front of the cubby box, as well as a phone slot and 2 drinks holders. So that's all really, really nice. The gear gaiter on this truck has also been matched in that vinyl. You can start to see some of that contrast stitch. Again, it's a white contrast stitch. A lot of thematic colors here. You've got the blue, you've got the white of the Ranger package, the Wimbledon White, you've got the inserts, and then you've got the brown. So all of it's coming together really nicely, and the gear gaiters being no exception. These are your high and low range levers. Question we get asked actually a lot is, hang on, I thought the trucks were automatic, Tom. What are those sticks, right? Are they manual? I can see the sticks. So to actually select your normal drive, reverse, park, etc., that's just like a normal truck, right? You just pull it from here. These are your high and low range. So they control your front and your rear, and you can switch between high and low range. And what that basically is if you were to go to the beach or something like that, or do some light off-roading, and you needed to crawl forward, you would go into low range, right? Normally you're gonna drive in either rear-wheel drive high or four-wheel drive high, because that's your highway speeds and stuff like that. So you've got that functionality still there. That's what those levers do. Underneath those, the floor mat. This is another thing that comes as part of that Ranger package. This whole floor mat normally does not go across the transmission tunnel. It normally is just in the footwells. But when you do the Ranger package, that material goes all the way across. So it's one piece. It looks really nice. Just makes the interior kind of look overall a little bit more plush. So that's part of the Ranger package. Come up then, and another part of the Ranger package is going to be this radio. So it's called a retro sound radio. It looks like an old school radio. It almost looks like you could put, what would you call it, Aaron? I would say a cassette. Is it a cassette? He's nodding, so I'm not saying something stupid in English. Anyway, it looks like you could put a cassette in here. You can't. This is actually a brand new Bluetooth head unit that you can control. These are knobs and buttons, and there's extra switches here. But basically, it functions like a new radio, except it looks really old. All these buttons work as well. They can go through different functions and things like that. It's cool because it's so easy to hook your Bluetooth up to this system. Do you ever hate it when you just want to listen to music in somebody else's car, or your own car, you get a new car, and you spend ages messing around with a Bluetooth? Somebody wants to jump in and DJ from their Spotify. I love these retro sounds because it's so simple to connect to the Bluetooth. You literally just press it on your phone, you're connected straight away, crank up the music. And the music sounds good in this truck because, like I mentioned earlier, there is a full focal speaker system in this vehicle. So speakers in both of the door panels. You've got a sub under the seat here as well, and you've got speakers in the back. So lots and lots of audio power. They sound amazing. The focal speaker system is built specifically for our Broncos, tuned and built specifically for our Broncos in this installation. So that's really nice. Come back to the dash and we'll talk about the final control area here, which is going to be your AC. So yes, this vehicle has a brand new AC system. It's by a company called Vintage Air, and don't worry, it doesn't act like the old one did. It's much more powerful, stronger, like a modern AC system. So one of the knobs controls the direction, one of them of course controls your fan speed, and the other controls the heat. Very simple, not overcomplicated. You just, here in Florida, typically what you do is turn it to cool, make sure it's pointing at your face or your body, turn the fan speed all the way up, and it keeps you really nice. That combined with this bikini top to keep the shade off you, and actually the interior of these vehicles, even on a very sunny day, is surprisingly cool. So that's the AC system. Above that, we've got a lovely dash pad, again finished in that hickory vinyl. That looks amazing. And like I said, you've got the bikini on top as well, the bikini top. So that matches all the way through together. Lots of headroom as well here. You also see that even the struts and then the rest of the roll cage have been painted in Wimbledon White as part of that Ranger package. Looks absolutely fantastic. That's about it for the interior of this vehicle. Let's go talk about the drivetrain. All right, let's open up the hood and show you what's going on. So this vehicle, like all Velocity Broncos, features a 3rd generation Coyote V8. There's some custom things on this that we'll talk about in a second, but basically all you need to know is this is a brand new engine producing around 460 horsepower. And what that means in normal terms is this truck will go 0 to 60 in less than 5 seconds. If you haven't had a performance vehicle before, that's quick. 4.5, 5 seconds in a vehicle like this feels very quick. It's very fun, but it's not just about going quickly. It's also about it being reliable, safe, easy to maintain, all of that good stuff. And that is what that engine is. You could take this truck to any Ford dealer at all, and they would be able to work on it. Why? Because this is the same engine that's in some of the newer F-150s as well as Mustangs. So it's a really common mass-produced engine that, again, is just super well known, works really well, and we install these engines in all of our Ford products, actually, not just Broncos, but also the F-Series trucks and the Mustangs. They're tuned a little bit differently, dependent on the model that we put them in, but they all use the same thing. They also all have custom headers and custom serpentine system. You'll see in the Bronco, this is a super tight engine base. It's quite hard to get this engine to actually fit. And so we move things around, the guys and our engineers and our mechanics, they move things around to make all of this look as good as it does. And it does look, in my opinion, very good. It looks very OEM, it looks very tidy. For those of you that have a bit more of an eye to detail, you'll see that all of the clampings and fittings and hoses have all been done incredibly well, as best we can to make it look like this engine was originally here, even though it never was, of course. Behind this engine, you've got a 10-speed automatic transmission, the 10R80, super smooth automatic transmission. Again, it comes as part of the package with this engine, brand new 10-speed automatic transmission. It just gives you all-round, all situational driving. If you do want to go fast and you plant your foot on the accelerator, that 10-speed will get you 0 to 60, like I said, very quick, very smooth. It gets through the gears really, really nicely. But more importantly, if you're driving longer distance, if you're on the highway, all of those 10 gears mean you're not at the top of the rev ranges when you're in, 10th, 9th, 10th gear. And so it's commonly what you'll see on some of these resto mods is the 4 speeds and the 6 speeds. We used to use the 4 speeds. When you're at 60, 70 miles an hour, you are higher in the rev ranges because of the lower gears. With the 10 speed, you're not. So that removes a lot of the exhaust drone. It just makes the whole thing much more comfortable, as well as a little bit more economical when you're driving longer distance. So that's really, really nice as part of that 10-speed package with the Coyote V8. That's the engine and the transmission. For the underside of this vehicle, it has a couple of things we want to talk about. The first is going to be the chassis. So this has an original restored chassis, and combined with the fact that this is a pre-1975 vehicle means this truck can be registered anywhere in the US. There are some states that are a little bit particular about what chassis the vehicle has underneath it. It's California, Nevada, a couple of others. This vehicle can go to any of those places. California especially, to do with smog, people often ask, hey, do I have to get this vehicle smogged? Will it pass emissions? Absolutely. This one, no questions asked. It's basically fully exempt from all of those things because of its age and the fact then that it's got that chassis underneath it. So that's really nice. It is not just original and like rattle canned or something crazy though. It has actually been put through our entire remanufacturing process on that chassis, full restoration. So it's as strong as it ever was from the factory. Really, really nice. For suspension under this vehicle, it's a full Bilstein setup, leaf spring in the back, coil in the front. Yes, there are other alternatives. You can go to a 4-link chassis. You can even do independent front suspension, but those are very expensive. And for this price point, our opinion is that that setup, the setup that we have with our Bilstein system, is the best on-road driving option you have at this price point. And you'll see on the videos that I'm sure you've watched on our YouTube channel. If you haven't, go and check those out. I will drive these trucks at 78 miles an hour with no hands on the wheel. They drive dead straight. You'll see me going through corners nice and fast. We have sway bars on all of our vehicles, so that eliminates a lot of the body roll that was originally on these trucks. They're just really nice to drive. Honestly, you can drive these all year round, all the time, no problem in any sort of capacity or capability, just because of this entire system, helped by, of course, that suspension. For brakes, you have Willwood disc brakes all round, so they are new disc brakes on all 4 corners of this truck. It's important for us that you can stop as quickly as you can go, of course, with that Coyote. So Willwood hydro boosted disc brakes all around. They feel really nice and responsive. They are super, they're smooth is the way I always try and describe this, and it's hard without feeling it. Sometimes on these resto mods, when people do swaps to brakes, they can have real biting brakes. So like you touch, you can like tap the brake and you're jumping forward. The hydro boosted system and the way that we actuate our brake pedal removes that. So if you do need to stop very quickly, you can really slam on the brakes and it will stop quickly, but it's not sensitive. It's nice. It feels like a modern truck. That's, of course, the overall goal of what we do here. A couple of other things to note. The firewall has been painted at the top, as has the underside of the hood, but the rest of the engine bay, we mentioned that Raptor lining earlier, the truck bed lining, that's what the engine bay's got, just to give it a little bit of protection if people are working, and it just gives it that really clean OEM looking finish. Velocity build plaque as well there on the firewall, which is cool. I think that about covers it for the driveline. So we've gone through the exterior, we've gone through the interior, and we've talked about the driveline and the mechanicals of this vehicle. Let's talk about what it could look like in case you wanted to own this vehicle. So the truck is here in our showroom ready to go. It is one of our spring inventory vehicles. We designed the truck to get it ready for this sort of date because we know that people are going to start looking for this style of vehicle around this time. A perfect spring summer truck, and because it's the very first denim blue truck, currently very unique too. There is not another one like it on the planet. Really, really cool color combination with that Ranger package, it just sets off amazingly. You can buy this vehicle in cash. That's how most people are going to purchase vehicles from Velocity, but we do also offer financing. That's a question we get asked a lot. So financing, we've got a couple of different partners. Woodside Credit is a great partner of ours, and Woodside basically allow you to go out to a 15-year term on this sort of vehicle, which is pretty unique given what the proposition of this vehicle is, the fact that it's a resto mod, the fact that it's not a new car. But those guys, a couple of other people that we work with, can provide financing on these vehicles. So this vehicle qualifies for that. It also comes with our 2-year bumper-to-bumper warranty. It's industry leading. It covers literally everything across this truck. It doesn't discount anything, doesn't remove anything, even small rattles, bumps, anything like that. All of that is covered by our 2-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, and this truck has that too. If you've got any more questions, or you're interested in understanding more about this specific truck, you can call us. If you're watching on the website, you can use the number up top or use the contact form down below. And if you just got general comments and you're watching on YouTube or Instagram, please send us a DM or leave us a comment. We try and respond to as much of them as possible. I love this truck. Aaron, it's your favorite color. Like I said earlier in the video, a lot of the guys here on the line have commented on how nice this denim blue paint looks. It does look really, really good. It's really nice. It's super unique. It's very different from the Swatters blue. It's close. It's in the same family. But I have a feeling that once this video goes live and people start seeing this color, we are going to do more of these because it does look absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much for watching this video.